Hey everyone, John here from Brewers, and I'm back with another beer from my cellar. I'm going back to Ironfire Brewing Company today. I did one of their beers a couple reviews ago. It was a maple bourbon stout, I believe. And I got a request to do this, and I just happened to get a bottle from the brewery. This happens to be a low fill bottle. The beer's like right there. Usually beer's like right there, right in that area. This is a low fill. So I got hooked up on it. So thank you, Ironfire, and thank you, John Righty. So this is a 16% bourbon barrel-aged triple chocolate imperial stout. So let's open this up and see what it's like. So I think this is a little colder than I would have liked to have had this. It's been in my fridge since I got it, and I took it out about 10 minutes before I started recording. I really like these big stouts to be a little warmer than this. This is probably at like, I don't know, 40, low 40s, mid 40s. Just because they actually taste better and you get more from the beer as they warm up. That's something that, as a new craft beer drinker, I thought was, I don't know, one of those things where it's like, yeah, right, it's better when it's warm. Drink stouts when they're warmer. No, it's actually true, because if you drink a stout, especially a big stout, when it's like ice cold, it just doesn't taste the same. It actually tastes kind of worse, because a lot of those bitter, acrid flavors are emphasized with the chill on the beer. So I'm just kind of trying to warm it up in my hands. And I know this is not great video, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. Anyway, let's see what that did. Right off the bat, there's a really nice, dark mocha head on there. Looks really, really nice. Really tight, fizzy bubbles. They're small and creamy, but they dissipate fairly quick. Considering this is 16% alcohol, it doesn't surprise me that the head is kind of low on this. You've got so much alcohol in here, so and you can see the alcohol too. It is, man. Let's see what it smells like. Ooh, so after that initial burn, oh, that smells nice. This boozy, bourbony chocolate, man, it's huge. It's really boozy though. Like to the point where it's a little rubbing alcohol-ish. It's 16% though, so I'm kind of willing to overlook that. But at the same time, it's got really, really big chocolate notes, big malt presence. But yeah, it's just boozy. It's got like a chewy smell to it though, at the same time. Like the alcohol burns as you inhale it, but it's got this chocolatey, chewy thing that's really, really nice. And for being a bourbon barrel-aged triple chocolate imperial stout, that's a mouthful. It actually smells like it's a bourbon barrel-aged triple chocolate stout. So it's boozy, chocolatey, and it smells like it's going to be a chewy. It smells kind of like boozy brownies, I guess. That's what I'm getting from it, because you smell a brownie, you anticipate taking a bite of that brownie, and it's going to be like chewy. So let's see what it tastes like. So for being a 16% alcohol Russian Imperial Stout, and they're not calling it a Russian Imperial Stout, they're calling it an Imperial Stout. It's not that boozy on the palate. Like it's got a big sweet chocolate presence, not like overwhelmingly sweet or sticky. It's got a nice mouthfeel. It's a little tiny bit tannic. It's a little drying at times, but it's got a slick, big, soft mouthfeel that I really like. With a 16% alcohol beer, I almost expect that, and this delivers. But like I said, it's got a little bit of tannic quality to it, which again, it's very, very slight, but it's not at all going to stop me from drinking this. Like, this tastes excellent. Yeah, after a few sips, you do get this like sweet brownie flavor, man. And it's so viscous, it's kind of like chewing on brownies. This is not a disappointment at all. I mean, and going back to the aroma on this, yeah, once you actually drink it and you acclimate to that alcohol, everything just works really, really well. And it's still kind of cold too. I bet when it warms up, it's gonna really, really, really bloom and get a lot better than it already is. But as it stands right now, this is tasting great. Some of the malt characteristics I'm getting, it's kind of, I guess it's the malt working with the wood, and that booziness, it's still there. But there's like, it's that tannic wood thing kind of working against some of the malt character in this. I can't really describe what it is that I'm getting, but the tannic thing is what makes the most sense. But again, it's very, very slight. It's kind of like a flavor and a feeling you get on the back end that you can't really notice, but I think it helps the beer and it makes the beer taste different in a good way and in a unique way. Yeah, it's like a doughy kind of thing. Oh man, that is really good though. Flaws aside, I mean, and the flaws are very, very minor in this beer. This is great. If I brewed this, I'd be way proud of myself. And now, I mean, what am I saying? They're a professional craft brewery and I'm just a home brewer. But I've said this before, Ironfire is known probably most for their IPA and their double IPA that they make. 5150 IPA is one of the best IPAs you can get in the Inland Empire right now. But they are also known for their barrel-aged stuff. You go to the brewery and you're literally surrounded by barrels. Like, barrels block off the brew house. You see barrels, then you see stainless, and then this big empty area where they stage stuff and they bottle and all that kind of stuff. So their barrel program is doing very well as far as I can tell. And the beers that they're doing, they're not all samey. They're not all one type of beer, but they're putting this barrel and this barrel and this barrel. You're getting different things from all these different barrel-aged beers that they're doing. So this is a great beer. If you see it, I recommend it. I've seen it on shelves, and I think it's a bit pricey. Like, I've seen all of Ironfire's beers that are barrel-aged in the like the $25 to $30 range. So they are a bit pricey, but it's worth the money, I think, and it's a good bottle to share with your friends or drink to yourself, which I might do tonight. Anyway, awesome beer, Ironfire. Thanks, John, for the beer. Thanks for giving me the beer, Ironfire. And that's one less beer in my cellar.